My friends, what's up, everyone? Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I'm back. I had a stream earlier today, and it went well. We kind of finished South Park. We got to the last boss, and the last boss, even when I put on invincibility and infinity ammo and infinity health, I still couldn't beat the boss. The boss is fundamentally broken. So, uh, we basically finished the game. So no more South Park. Tonight, though, I don't really feel like starting a brand new game. So I'm just gonna play on my Game Boy Color. You know, tonight we're gonna play the Pokemon trading card game. I've been killing it on this game. I really, really do enjoy this game a lot. It's probably top three Game Boy Color games for me. Um, oh, not continue. Load suspend point. Yeah. So I've beaten this game like 30, 40 times. But still, I don't have all the cards, which is crazy. But there's a machine here where you can endlessly do like an endless challenge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a brand new deck. This one I call Traffic Light. So we're gonna build a brand new deck, and we're gonna try and get like 10 in a row. The highest I've ever um the highest I've ever gotten is 9 wins in a row. And what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna use any save states. I'm not gonna use any save states. I'm not gonna use any rewinding. I'm not gonna do any of that. Because if you do that, you can get, infinite in a row. You know what I mean? It's not hard to just correct every mistake. So we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, we're gonna empty this of all the trainers, and we'll start. So I'm not kind of too sure what kind of a deck I want to make. I'm thinking I want to use the Pokemon powers, right? Because a lot of these cards have like powers that they do. So let's quickly just take a look at what we're dealing with. I know that Gengar has Curse, and Curse lets you move damage from one player to one player. And that's great because if you get like 2 or 3 Gengars on the field, you can move like 30 damage each turn, which is amazing. So I think we're going to go with the Gengar line for one of the Pokemon powers, but I'm not too sure what we're going to go for the other one. We could do a full Psychic deck, but the problem is with this endless challenge, you're eventually gonna find. Oh, sorry guys, I'm cheating on my energy drink diet, unfortunately. Back on it tomorrow though. Back on it tomorrow. It's a diet thing. It's not an addiction thing. So what was I just saying? Yes. So we're gonna do the Gengar line. But if we just do one color, eventually what's going to happen is we're going to run into a deck that's completely immune to that color. So we can't do that. It's got to be at least 2 colors. This Ghastly seemingly sucks, but the density bond is really, really, really good too. So that's always good to have in the back pocket. So we'll do... This one's better though. What does energy conversion do? Oh, that's really good. Okay, so we'll do 2 and 2, and then what are these Haunters? Transparency and Hypnosis Dream Eater. This Haunter is useless in this game. Absolutely useless, because there's a lot of coin flips in this game, and the coin flips, they're predetermined, but the problem is... Sorry guys, I'm just lowering the volume here. Obviously they're predetermined, but the predeterminedness changes for, like, for example, if you're doing a confusion check, right? Like 90% of the time, it will fail, even though it's a 50-50 chance, 90% of the time it'll fail. Which one are we gonna go with? 90% of the time it'll fail. And then the sleep one is the worst. The sleep is the easiest thing to get out of. I would say probably 80% of the time when you do a flip for being asleep, you wake up, right? And with Haunter, he needs you to stay asleep for three different coin flips for him just to do 50 damage. So this Haunter, useless. But we're going to have to put him in the deck anyway, because we're going to go 4, 4, and 4 on the Ghastlies. The Slowbro can move damage, too. Which is really good. But the only problem is Slowpoke sucks. What does Scavenge do? Discard 1 energy attached to... Actually, that's actually not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna go with 2 Slowpokes, 2 Slowbro. But that's already 16... That's already 16, so you know what? We're gonna take 1 Gengar line out of it. And, we do have... Because I've beaten the game so many times, we've unlocked these really good cards here. But we only have 2 of them. I would like to use one of these. Big Thunder, put Zapdos into play. Choose a random Pokemon. Oh no, that's actually terrible. When you put him into play, do 30 damage to a Pokemon other than Zapdos chosen at random. That means also yours. Choose a Pokemon other than Zapdos at random. That also means it could be your Pokemon that it's attacking. And it does 70 damage to it. That's terrible! That's something you work the entire game to unlock, and it's awful. Unless you want to nuke your own deck. What, Pin Missile... The Electabuzz line is really good. Especially this one. Voltorb, Electrode, Chain Lightning, Energy Spike. I thought Electrode had in like the games, it usually has a big explosion or something. I can't believe I've only collected one of these. Magneton, Self-Destruct. Maybe... I don't know what other color to put in here. I think I'm gonna go with normal, because normal is pretty good against everything. So having Psychic and normal would probably be pretty good, actually. Dragonair, Dragonite. Dragonite has Healing Wind. I got 2 of them. But I still only have 1 Dratini. How is that possible? Snorlax. Well, first of all, you gotta put a Kangaskhan in your deck. I can't believe that I've only gotten 1 of them. Because I've beaten this game tons of times, and I've accumulated a lot of stuff. And you gotta put Clefairies in your deck because it knows Metronome, and Metronome is just like having a Ditto in your deck. I don't think Ditto's not a one that I've collected either. So we got Clefairies, Jigglypuff, Meowth, no. Look how many Meowths I have, 27! Scratch, Pounce, what is Pounce? The defending Pokemon attacks. Oh, that's not bad. What's Rage? As long as it is bench, pay less to retreat. Wait a minute. As long as Dodria's bench paid 1 less to retreat your active Pokemon. That's actually really good, because Gengar and all of them, they only have a retreat cost of 1. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna put some of these in here. What's Doduo like? So I'll put 3 and 2. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll put a Chansey in there just to be like to slow down the match. What does Lickitung do? No. Is there any other... This one's got thick skin. Snarls can't be asleep. Confused, paralyzed, or poison. But his attack is laying 30 damage for 4. That's a lot to invest for a damage that only does 4. You know what? I'm gonna put one more of these. Okay, now we're gonna go for trainers. Gotta put 2 Professor Oaks in there. You don't want to put too many Professor Oaks. When I started this game, I put as many as I could, but you'll mill yourself out, so that's not good at all. We'll put 2 Bills in there. I don't have any... Oh, you know what? Yes, I do. We'll put a Pokemon Trader. We'll put a Pokemon Breeder. We'll put 1 Super Energy Retrieval. We don't need Switch, because our things are pretty low. But we will do... we will do 1 Computer Search. Yeah, we'll do a couple Gust of Wind, maybe 3 of them, because they're really good. Gust of Wind is super, super overpowered. And I think that's good. And then, how many energy can we add? Psychic. Okay, so first add these. So that'll bring us to 60, 20, 24, 20... That's a lot of energy to have. I think I'll minus that by 3. Yeah, I think I'll minus that by 3. So I'll add in 1 more Bill. I'll add in 1 more Pokemon Trader. And... a Scoop Up is good, but... You know what? I'm gonna put in 1 more Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind is great because, Gust of Wind is great because they constantly have really weak Pokemon on the bench that they want to evolve. Okay, so now we got our deck. We're going to do this and see how much we can do. And we're not going to rewind. We're not going to do anything. However, we are going to... the rule is we're allowed to mulligan 1 time. So, if you rewind far enough, and then, like, just move around or talk to somebody, it'll change the algorithm of the cards that you get next. So, we are allowed 1 mulligan, just because in real life, you're allowed 1 mulligan. Other than that, there's not going to be any rewinds, there's not going to be any save states, nothing like that. Alright? So here we go. My maximum consecutive wins was 9. The problem with this thing is, like, this game is good at giving you a lot to do because you can always battle everybody in the game and they'll always give you more cards. And it would be nice if it showed how many battles I've done, because I've probably done 400 or 500. I think that I've got like 25 hours into this game. Yeah, that would be nice. But there's still, like, I haven't gotten a Muck, and Muck is one of my favorite old Pokemon cards because it disables all the effects of the Pokemon powers. And I've wanted that for a long time, you know? So, let's see what we got here. Clefairy, that's good. Slowpoke and Slowbro. See, you don't want to put these out first because you want them to be energy absorbers. Dodrio, Clefairy, and a Professor Oak. What's the retreat cost on this? It has a 1 retreat cost. I am gonna mulligan. Yeah, I am gonna mulligan, but you can only mulligan once. So if the next hand is shit, damn it. Okay, here we go. You know, damn it! Oh, this hand is much worse! Oh, no! This hand is way worse. I should have gone with the first one. That's what would happen in real life, though. I used to play trading card games all the time. I never played Pokemon in person, but I played Magic the Gathering all the time, and I was really good at Magic the Gathering. I was so good, in fact, that the um, local like trading card shop. What do they call them? Local, local. Yeah, the local shop that sells trading cards. They would always have on Friday night. This was pre-COVID, because COVID absolutely destroyed the local trading card game shop. And but they would every night they would have Friday Night Magic, and they'd have like Commander on Wednesdays, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. And I did it from when I was like 8 until I was like 12, and then I did it again from when I was like 23 until I was like 27. Um, Maybe even earlier. Either way, I got into it again. But I played competitively, and one thing that I absolutely could not stand was, and I don't think that it's necessarily right either, is you would go to Friday Night Magic, and it would be a mix of all different kinds of people, right? All different kinds of people. You wouldn't just have otakus there. You would have people that look like sports nerds. You would have a very diverse group of people. Lots of different races too. Black people, brown people, Asian people. Like, it's a really diverse group when you go to these events. But the problem is, um, I'd say it's 50-50 adults and kids, which is fine. But when you're playing, you sometimes play against the kids, and it's weird, So when you're an adult and you're playing a game against like a 12-year-old kid, first of all, it's just weird to play a game with a kid because any on excuse me, under any other circumstances, an adult just playing with a kid is weird, right? And also, you don't want to lose to the kid because of dignity, but at the same time, you also don't want to beat the kid because he's just a kid, you know? And it was just so annoying because you play against these. I'm just uncomfortable with other people's kids. You know what I mean? Like, society has changed so much. Excuse me. Society has changed so much, and what is appropriate can now be considered very strange, and like for a good reason, right? But I try my best, like, not to talk to kids unless, like, the parents there, or I have the parents' permission, or the parents within earshot. You know what I mean? Um, it's just something that I try and stick to. So then, when you're sitting against a kid playing a game that'll last like a half an hour, it's just strange to me. I wish that there was just age groups, like 16 and up, go here, and then the kids go there. Because I've played against when I was because these Friday Night Magic tournaments, open they were open to anybody, right? So there was a lot of kids that came, and it was the very first time they came, and they were just learning how to play the game, and then I'd be playing against them, and they'd be like 10 years old, and they wouldn't know how to play, and it's like, oh, god damn it. Keep in mind, you have to pay to play in this tournament, right? So it's kind of a bummer. Okay, so what's Dodria's attacks? Rage? Okay. We're not getting good, we're not getting good hands at all, but you know what? Having Slowpoke in our hand is a blessing, because we can just keep redrawing. There we go. Now we got some good ones. We can just keep redrawing Professor Oak now. There's a lot of cards in this game that I bet you would be like banned now. Like, there's no way Professor Oak is still allowed. It's just draw 7 cards. In Magic, one of the best cards ever is draw 3 cards. This one is just draw 7. Okay, so, we'll load up Clefairy. Why is it plus 10, but it's only doing 10 damage? Okay, so, life is good. Life is good. By the end of this week, I will have my Patreon up. Yes, by the end of the week, I'll have my Patreon up. I'm also going to have an Etsy store up, which is going to be hopefully pretty active. You know, that would be great. Why isn't it receiving damage? What the hell happened? This game has great, this game has great music, I think. I think the Pokemon games really did a lot with the Game Boy. I mean, keeping in mind that the Pokemon games came out at, like, very late in the Game Boy's life, so they should look really good, but they did a great job. Why isn't it receiving damage? Is Pikachu resistant to... I'm so confused. Okay, Pokemon Trader. This is good. Flying Pikachu. Oh, this is the Pikachu deck. Okay, I need to check something. Are these people immune resistance? No, it's not immune to me. So what the hell is happening? What does Rage do? As long as Dodrio... Does 10 damage plus more damage for each damage on Dodrio. Okay, so why isn't it doing any damage? What is on my deck, on my bench here? I've got a Ghastly, Clefairy, Kangaskhan, Clefairy, Ghastly. That's it. Okay, so, there we go, 10 damage. So, I've got a ton of ideas. There's this channel on YouTube, obviously, and he covers Japanese mysteries and crime and stuff like that, and it's so cool. And he's not the hugest channel. He's big though. He's got, like, I think he's up to like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. Pretty damn good. But I would really, really, really love to do some kind of a collaboration with him. Or if he could give me something that I could help him with a video, like I could go get, like maybe when he's talking about one of his videos. You know what? I'm going to give him a shout out in this, when I post this stream. If you are watching this, I would highly, highly recommend checking out his channel. If you like spooky mysteries that are true mysteries, he's very good at what he does. I would like to get some, like, on-ground footage. Do I not have a... God damn it, in this whole pile, I don't have a Slowpoke, so having the Slowbro is useless. What are we gonna do? We'll do Kangaskhan. Yeah, if I could get, like, on-the-ground footage or on-the-scene footage for him that he could use in my for his channel and then maybe shout me out, that'd be a huge, huge help. When I was in Japan, though, I ran into a streamer in, Dotonbori, which is the canals of Osaka. Absolutely stunning place, you know. And I was featured on his stream, and he let me give myself a shout out. He was actually talking to me for like 2 minutes before I realized I was live on stream. And that night I got like 50 subscribers, so that was really cool. So shoutouts do work, and it would be great if he did something. Okay, so what are we gonna level up? I think the Clefairies are most important. Excuse me. We're definitely gonna win this battle, 100%. Unless we mill ourselves out. Of course I'm paralyzed now. This is like the slowest battle ever. Um, yes, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm looking for suggestions for my next vlogging series. Um, if you watched my last vlogging series, I've done two so far. I've done two full vlogs in Japan. I'm going back for a third, and I'm looking for new ideas. I have a lot of ideas, and I'm going to post. I'm going to post like a community post about like voting for what you guys think might be the best idea. But I just want to change things up. I want to make good content. You know, I'm trying really hard. I really want my. I don't want to be YouTube famous by any means, but I would like to get my content out to more people so more people could enjoy it. But mostly because I want to. I want to get my message out there that even if you're at the lowest point in your life, there is recovery. And that comes with depression, that comes with, but mostly addiction, because I'm a recovering addict. That being said, I really just want to get my message out there that, hey guys, you know, I know you're scared that sobriety is going to be a very boring, strange thing, and to me it was too. But it's amazing, guys, and I want to promote that. That's really important to me. So, my channel, I am going to be kind of toning down the alcohol stuff because, as I've said, I'm over it, and I've made a ton of videos talking about different tips and tricks to get over it. So, I'm still going to do checkups on myself, but I think that I've done enough. So, my channel is going to be a lot about vlogging, a lot about my lifestyle. Oh, look at this. Another thing that you can do with the save states here is you can flip the coin, and then if it's tails, you can just rewind and not do it. However, if you rewind, it won't change the outcome. The outcome has been determined, like it's already determined the moment that the turn changes, so it's not gonna work. What the hell is going on? Oh my god, she's winning. I thought I was winning. Okay, this is not good. There, that's better. One thing that I am doing, very excited about, going to a love hotel. I'm very excited to film that. I want to specifically find one that's outrageous, because so many of them are. Oh, excuse me, guys. I had an incense in here, and I need to really learn my lesson. Every time I light incense, I become like an old man. What is going on? Okay, guys, we just need to get one more... No, not... Oh, shoot, no, I can't use it. See, you can correct yourself, with the rewind, but that's breaking the rules. Yeah. What is this attack doing? I'm so confused. I want to check. In play area. What is this doing? Thundershock. If the next turn, any damage is reduced by 10. That's not a very good attack. Oh, guys! Let me know. I have another great idea for a vlog. I am going to be participating in a outdoor Canadian-style baseball tournament. There's probably going to be, I would say, half a foot of snow on the ground, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I am very much looking forward to it, and I'm going to be vlogging the whole thing, and I think that'll make for a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You'll see how You'll see how us Canadians deal with the cold. It's funny because Canadians do so many things, and I'm sure a lot of like just cold countries in general. There we go. And I'm sure cold countries in general, but Canadians kind of like pride themselves on doing outrageous things outside. Like, did you know that the only in let's see. Hey Google, how many Major League Baseball games have been played to date?
Sorry, I don't understand.
It's an easy question, Google. How many get
What's your question?
How many baseball games have the MLB played in total? That wasn't good wording.
Here's some information for how many games in MLB. On the website hangout.com, they say a Major League Baseball season consists of 162 games.
I know.
Contenders and
Hey Google, how many baseball seasons have there been in the MLB?
here's some information for how many games in MLB season.
Just fucking tell me.
According to Wikipedia, Major League Baseball season schedule generally consists of 100.
Oh, fuck off, Google. Hey Google, stop. Out of the fucking... Stop, Google! Good God. Out of all of the games that have ever been played in the MLB, only one of them has been played in a snowstorm, and it was in Canada. It was the opening game of the Toronto Blue Jays, their first home game, snowstorm. Damn it! I shouldn't be using Ghastly as a shoot. Shouldn't be using Ghastly as a sponge. I should be using like Clefairy or something. Not Clefairy. Oh shoot. Okay. These matches are only 4 prizes. Usually, what I was used to playing was 6 prizes. And you wouldn't think it makes too big of a difference. However, okay, what do I have on the deck? However, if you play for 6 prizes, the game is generally maybe 10 minutes longer, so you can get all of your evolutions completely evolved. Whereas the less prizes, the less time you have to do that. So it's almost better to, shit. It's almost better to... Oh no, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm so sorry, guys. It's hard to keep the talk up while nobody's here, but it's alright. I got a lot to talk about. I'm very excited about life. I'm excited about life. And you know what? I'm just a generally happy man. A lot of people aren't as lucky as I am. And I don't mean that in like a flex way. I mean that in a health kind of way. Been through a lot. And I'm really glad that I'm here. And I'm really... Oh no, we might die here. Shit. Okay, Pokemon Trader. We need like a Clefairy. That actually works out perfectly. Not Kangaskhan. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad that my cancer's gone and it hasn't came back in like 7 or 8 years, which is really amazing because it came back so consistently for years. You know, it came back 4 times, and then on the 5th time, 4 times it wasn't cancer. 4 times it was just a big tumor that had to be removed. The 5th time, however, it was cancer. And it destroyed my entire orbital bone here. That's why this all looks weird, you know? I've got this going on. Look how big my smile goes. It goes all the way up here. So, if they didn't catch it when they caught it, obviously it could have killed me. It was in my face. But if they when they caught it, when they because I was doing almost at that point I was doing like monthly MRIs and stuff like that. And when they caught it, they immediately booked a surgery table, you know? I've had surgeries before. I've had many surgeries in my life, and I've had surgeries where they're like scheduled, you know? You have like 2 weeks to prepare for them. You go home, you mentally get ready for it. When they discovered the cancer, um, I had to stay there. Like I went in thinking that it was going to be like a normal checkup, and I ended up staying there. And then I actually ended up staying there for um I think 4 or 5 months, you know? It was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I did? The first thing that I did when I found out I had cancer, I was sitting in the room with my mom, and it's just like it is in the movies, guys. Like they get it head like they hit the nail on the head when they do it in the movies, because when you're getting told that you have cancer, you already know. Like it's one of those things where like you already know because what will happen during the entire process that I went through with my cancer. um I would go in, and this happened for like 4 years straight, right? So it was very normal to me. I would go in, and I would get a scope up my nose. It was fucking awful. I would get the scope up my nose. I would get blood tests. Sometimes I get a CAT scan. Sometimes I get an MRI. And then they would call my mother and I, and they would give us the results. They would say, "Hey, the MRI's clear. You know, the scope you find out right away because they're looking at it. But they call you, they let you know everything's clear, and then they say, see you next week." Because this was something that I was doing every Tuesday and every Thursday. I had to go to the hospital with my mom, um, mostly during rush hour. It was crazy. My mom did so. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mama. I love you. She is my biggest supporter during that. Um, but yeah, we had to go every Tuesday and Thursday. But when they called about um, having cancer, they they said, "Hey, you need to come in," you know. And it's like, "Oh, can't we just talk on the phone? I mean, we've talked on the phone for literally everything." "Nope, you have to come in." And it's like, "Okay, we're coming in." And they usually say like, usually our I don't have a ghastly on the field. Are you kidding me? Um, yeah, and they say, "Hey, you got to come in." And so we went in, and we this time, usually when you go to the doctors, you always have to wait, because here in Canada, a lot of people don't take this into consideration. But in Canada, yes, we do have free healthcare. We don't have free prescriptions, and we don't have free therapy, and we don't have free like eyeglasses and all that. We do have free healthcare though, but the problem is, because we have free healthcare, it's very busy, and it's very yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of people, you know. So a normal wait in the emergency room, like let's say you broke your nose and you had to go to the emergency room, a normal wait on a Saturday afternoon, easily 10-12 hours, you know. And you have to sit there and wait for your name to be called, right? You can't leave. They're not going to give you a buzzer like at a restaurant. So whenever you go to any kind of doctor appointment in Canada, you have to expect that you are going to do a lot of waiting. However, during this visit, you don't wait at all. They're ready for you at 10 o'clock. They're ready for you. They're standing there, you know. And we went in, me and my mom, and we knew what he was going to tell us, because I was being scanned for cancer. At this point, I had already had 4 tumors, you know. We were waiting for the doctor to say that. we went in, and the doctor just said, "Hey guys, the test results came back. Um, it is cancerous, and we have to do surgery immediately because the tumor it was right in my orbital bone here, and it was so I'm gonna lose the challenge here. I'm gonna lose the challenge here in freaking only the second match. Here I go. I'm dead. So I know you can't really see it, but my orbital bone here was all completely destroyed, right? So the cancer was a tumor that was above my jaw, like it was like above my teeth here. And what happened is it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew into my eye, into my orbital bone, and it destroyed my orbital bone from right here. I can feel the. Sorry, I'm trying to get it on camera. Right here. So it destroyed my orbital bone from right. I can feel it because there's a screw in it. Right here, all the way up here, all the way to here. So this whole portion of my orbital bone was like gone. It was like dust, you know? The tumor had taken it over, and what was happening is it was getting dangerously close to my eyeball. And the doctor said that the reason that we have to do the surgery like right now is because if I don't, I could lose my left eye. So, and even with the surgery, there was a chance that I wouldn't necessarily lose the eye, but I would be blind in it. And for a little while, I was blind in it, and I'll tell you about that too. This is actually a good subject to talk about because I've never talked about it. It's good for me to get it off my chest, and I don't think anybody's here anyway. So if I get this off my chest, it's nice to talk about because it's a hard thing to deal with. But you know what? Before I do that, let me just prepare a little bit because talking about this is quite stressful for me because I do have PTSD related to my surgery. Again, I really don't like to bring up the PTSD, the stuff like that, because I am not, that is not who I am. I'm a caring, loving person, you know. A lot of people on the internet like to use their mental disorders as like their personality, you know, or like their defining features. And a lot of them use it to gain sympathy or things from people, and I'm not like that. I just want you guys to kind of know where I'm coming from and understand who I am as a person. But some of this stuff is really hard for me because I do have nightmares of some of the stuff I'm going to talk about when I come back. But you know what? I think by talking about it, it'll maybe help me get over it a little bit more because I don't have anybody to talk about it with. Nobody's ever really asked me to tell my cancer story. I was interviewed for the newspaper once, and they asked me about my cancer story. That was really cool. You know what? Uh, I'll link that newspaper article. It's a really old article. It's from like 2012, right? So this was a long time ago. Excuse me. Give me a break. Let me mentally get prepared for this. I'm just gonna take some anti-anxiety medication. Um, and you know what? We'll have a good talk, and it'll be nice. If anybody is out there, I just want to let you know that this talk is going to be kind of graphic. I'm gonna talk about surgery, and um, I'm gonna talk about some things that might be triggering to some people. So if that's not for you, I just wanted to let you know that. But if you want to hear a story about how I overcame one of the hardest thing that I've ever overcame, then stick around. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna take a breather real quick and send something to my girlfriend, and I'll be right back. Okay? God bless. Thank you so much for watching my stream. I really appreciate it. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a lot of fun to talk about. Um, okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm also gonna change the title of this live stream. Um, yes. Okay, I'll be right back, okay? Yeah, my friends. So I'm back. Um, so yes, I'm gonna talk about my cancer, and this is a long time coming. I haven't, uh, I haven't talked about my cancer in about 2 years. I did make a video series once at the very beginning of my channel, back when I was very inexperienced with YouTube. I'm still very inexperienced with YouTube. But I think we're gonna remake that series. I've talked about it before, but this is the first time I'm talking about it in a long time. So just bear with me if I get a little emotional, or if I have to take periodic, like, breathers, you know? Um, so where were we, guys? We were there. We were there, and yeah, the doctor says we're there right in the morning, early in the morning, early in the morning, like 6:30 in the morning. We're there, and the doctor said, now, keep in mind, when I'm telling you this story, uh, my memory is not as good as it used to be because of my drinking. So some things might not add up, but I'm going to do my best to recreate the scene for you. Um, Drinking really does destroy brain cells, so but I'm not making anything up. So what happened was we were told that, hey, you have cancer, and we're gonna have to operate like immediately. And I was not really phased by it, to be honest with you. I kind of, because I already knew, like, when the doctor, we've been doing this for years at this point, you know. I had gone through 4 surgeries at this point, and we were actually, and you know what's absolutely crazy is, all of these surgeries were either on my birthday or within a few days of my birthday. And 2 of my birthdays I spent in the hospital recovering. But either way, we were very used to this. So when the doctor called and said that we have to come in like right early in the morning, kind of thing, me and my mom knew what was going on. Uh, you know what though? The drive there, we didn't even talk. We kind of just sat there because we knew what was coming, you know. So we're sitting in his office, and he says, "Hey, Kai, okay, so you have cancer, and this is what we have to do, and this is how we're gonna do it, and blah blah blah." And they're like, "We're gonna do the surgery today." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's very serious. Um, the tumor needs to come out right now, or else it could affect your eyesight. It could grow into your eye." Um, and I think the big problem with the eyesight wasn't necessarily the tumor growing into my eye socket, because it was a tumor, right? It wasn't necessarily going to stick onto my eye, but I think the surgery to remove the tumor would have removed my eye as well. So they're like, "Okay, we got to do this like very quickly." So we booked, this is going to happen today at like 8 p.m., you know? Um, so we're giving you a tiny little bit of time really to like get your affairs in order, and then we're gonna be doing the surgery tonight. And it was a very intense surgery. I think the surgery took like 11 hours, 11 or 12 hours. It was a very, very long surgery. And yeah, so what we did is we drove home, and I think me and my mom joked around about things on the ride home, you know. The very first thing I did was I left the room. I left my mom in the room with the doctor because I'm sure she had a million questions. And I left the room, and I went outside, and I called my best friend Kevin. Kevin regularly makes appearances in my chat, and he's my best friend in the world. And so I called Kev, and I said, "Hey man, um, I have cancer. And he just supported me, you know, like friends always do. And then me and my mom drove home. I think we joked around about stuff, and I got home and I packed my bags basically because I knew that I was going to be in the hospital for a very long time. So I packed a bunch of books. I packed as much stuff as I could possibly bring, and I went there, and we went back to the hospital, and I had my surgery. And one thing that really sucked was they told me that I wasn't allowed from like this moment on. You're not from the meeting, right? They're like from this moment on, you're not allowed to have any water because we have to have you not have water for usually it's 24 hours, but they were like just don't drink anything for the rest of the day, right? Um, so I was so thirsty because the thing is what the cancer has done over time um, is it destroyed a lot of my saliva glands. So I'm so thirsty all the time. So I said at least um, at least can I have water when I get out of surgery? And they're like, oh yeah, no problem, right? So I went in for the surgery. They did the surgery, and holy shit, guys, it was fucking intense. First of all, to replace this my orbital bone, what they did is they cut. Can you see this on? Yeah, they cut into my shoulder, and they took a big piece of my shoulder out of my back, and they carved it into an orbital bone. You know, that's crazy. And so this was a surgery all on itself. And then on this surgery, they cut me from here all the way down. Yeah, from here to here. No, from here to here, and then all the way down, and then all the way through my lip. So this whole side of my face was completely open. You know, very, very scary stuff. And this is the stuff that I have nightmares about, you know. This is the kind of stuff I have nightmares about, but whatever. I got out of the surgery, and when I finally woke up, I was so fucking thirsty. And I asked them, may I please have some water? And they said no. As a matter of fact, you can't have water for 7 days. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? And they're like, okay, well, basically during the surgery, what happened was, because your jaw was like no long, like this muscle, right, that you have in between your teeth and your thing, that was all gone. So they basically had to glue like the palate of my mouth back onto it. So they said that if I were to drink any liquids, that it would affect the bond. So I wasn't allowed to drink any liquids, and I said to them, well, I'm fucking thirsty as shit, you know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, also, you need water to live. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you're gonna get it intravenously. You'll have a intravenous tube, and that's how you'll get your water. And I was so angry, but what can I do, right? What can I do? Damn it. What am I supposed to do? So, the recovery was just absolutely awful. You know, the first 7 days, what happened was I thought I was gonna die. It was the first time in my life where I ever truly, truly believed in my heart that I was having my last breath, because what happened was during the time where I wasn't allowed to drink water, the only thing I was allowed to do was they have if you've ever been in the hospital, you know these little pink sponges. They're these little like Q-tips, but on the end of them is like a pink sponge. I'm sure it's for applying ointment or whatever, but the only thing I could do was have a nurse dip that sponge in water and then like dab, like I would do this, and the nurse would just dab it on my tongue. And when I did this, I wasn't allowed to bring my tongue back into my mouth. Um, because then I could just like rub it on the roof of my mouth. So it was fucked. It was so horrible because your body's still producing phlegm and mucus and all that. And what would happen was, because your body is still producing spit and mucus and everything like that, even when you're incredibly dehydrated, for the first week of my recovery, I had to um, I had to sit there the entire time with like one of those dentist suction wands, you know? I had to have it like in the corner of my mouth the entire time because any liquid in my mouth could severely damage the surgery. It was absolutely the worst kind of torture I could ever imagine putting somebody through. And what happened, the only way I got relief was because I did have a feeding tube during this time. um, the only relief I got was I had a pitcher of water, and what I could do was I had a big syringe, like a big syringe, not like a needle syringe, like a big syringe, and I had a bucket of ice water, and I would pull up the syringe, and then I would attach it to the feeding tube, and I would very, very slowly um, push the water through the feeding tube. So because it was ice cold, it would at least give my throat like some kind of relief. That was the only relief I got, but it was like artificial relief, because it wasn't technically doing anything. But the reason I thought I was gonna die was because one day I had a piece of phlegm that got stuck to the feeding tube, but because my throat was so dry, the feeding tube. How do I say this? Because my throat was so dry and I got a piece of phlegm. Oh, damn it. Because my throat was so dry and I got a piece of phlegm stuck to my throat, um, the feeding tube got stuck to the side of my esophagus. So I thought it was like you were choking, but usually you feel like you're choking here, but this was like you were choking here because it's down in your esophagus. It was fucking horrible. So what happened was I spent the entire day with that wand, basically sticking it all the way down my throat, trying not to hit my gag reflex and get like down to like here to suck off this piece of phlegm that was stuck, right? And I spent the entire day doing this, the entire day, from the moment that I woke up until I started passing out from being so tired. This is what I did, and it was absolutely terrifying. And eventually, I just started running out of energy. I was doing the thing, and I was doing the thing where you start falling asleep and everything like that. And at that moment, I started to panic because I realized that if I fall asleep with this thing stuck to my esophagus, I'm going to choke to death in my sleep. Like I'll die in my sleep. And I started freaking out, like absolutely freaking out. But you gotta remember, I'm still ludicrously weak. I'm basically still bedridden, And if I have to leave the bed, I usually leave with like a nurse walking with me. I'm freaking out. I've got a catheter tube and I've got IV bags, so I'm walking around like hooked up to machines. And I was like hysterical, and I went up to the front desk of the nurse's office, right? And I tried to tell them I'm going to die, but I couldn't get the words out properly. So there was like the behind on her side of the desk, she had like a pad of paper, So I asked for the pad. I didn't ask for the pad of paper, but I grabbed the pad of paper and I wrote on it, and I I wrote I think I'm going to die, or I wrote I'm dying, or I wrote something along the lines of that. No, I wrote if I fall asleep tonight, I'm going to die. That's what I wrote. If I fall asleep tonight, I'm going to die. And I was freaking out, but I was freaking out so much that um, that I couldn't convey what was going on. I couldn't convey that um, I was choking on this thing. And what happened was the kind of like the classic thing you see in the movies, but the doctors came and they sedated me because I wouldn't calm down. Because when I realized that they were gonna sedate me, um, I started freaking out even more because that would just guarantee that I'm gonna die, and it was absolutely terrifying. And what happened was they did sedate me. They put me back in my bed, and then I woke up, and I woke up choking. But this time I wasn't like choking like down here. I was full blown choking on the um on the thing on the feeding tube, because what happened was in my sleep um I threw up in my sleep, and when I threw up in my sleep with absolutely nothing in my stomach, and it basically coiled the it coiled the oh man, I'm not gonna win this at all. um it basically coiled the the tube that was in it. So what happened was one of the most terrifying things in my life, and this is the moment that I reflect on a lot with my PTSD. Um, what happened was the doctors called like the red button kind of thing for an emergency, and you know what? I'm definitely gonna die here. I liked my deck that I made before. It was is this my old deck? I made a killer deck before, and I think this is my old deck, and I think I'm gonna use that instead. Yeah, this is my old deck, and it's much, much, much better than that one. But we are gonna mulligan this one. We're still abiding by the mulligan rule. Um, yeah, so I was throwing up my feeding tube, and hold on a sec. I was throwing up my feeding tube, and the doctors came in, and it was a big freak out, and the doctor basically said, okay, Kai, they put um, two pillows behind my neck to prop me up and stuff, and they said, okay, um, Kai, we just have to warn you that this is definitely, definitely going to hurt, you know? And when a doctor tells you, listen, this is going to hurt, you know that fucking something bad is coming, because doctors will do their absolute best to minimize pain, you know what I mean? But they're like, no, this is gonna fucking hurt, so brace yourself. And what they did was, I bet you can imagine what they did, where this story is going, but they put my neck back like this, and they grabbed the tube, and they told me to like blow my nose kind of thing, like, and they just fucking tore that thing out. They just gave her, you know? They just fucking went hog wild on that thing. They tore it out, and the thing is, basically the entire thing had to uncoil while it was going through my throat and my fucking sinus and shit. And it was it was awful. It was like somebody was literally ripping the soul out of you. And the other problem was, if you have a feeding tube in for an extended period of time, they actually stitch the feeding tube into your nose, so it doesn't. I think they would do that anyway, though. They stitch the feeding tube into your nose so it doesn't move and stuff. So when he ripped out the coil, um, he ripped out all the stitches as well, and that's rough. That's really really rough. But yeah, that happened, and what happened after that was this was on like the seventh day, so I was almost better, right? And after they ripped the feeding tube out, they had to put the feeding tube back in, right? But they put the feeding tube back in during they put the originally they put the feeding tube in when I was knocked out, when I was unconscious, right? Now they're putting the feeding tube in when I am conscious. So that's fucking scary. So they tried to do it like 2 or 3 times, and what they do is they stick it up your nose, right? And it gets into your throat, right? And then once it gets to your throat, they kind of gently push it. And while they're doing that, you're sitting there and you're swallowing. You're just swallowing the entire time, and that's how they get it down. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. They tried it like 2 or 3 times, and I said, "Listen, guys, um, honestly, I don't mind going because it was like 1 day left on my food ban, like on my eating ban, where I could put things in my mouth." And I said, "Listen, guys, I don't mind going 1 day without having food. You know what I mean? Um, or like I can go 1 day without having food or water because doing this thing over and over again is fucking awful, and I can't stand it." So they just let me kind of ride it off, because I had like less than 24 hours left before I could before I could do anything, right? So that was that. But then there was other times in the recovery that were awful as well. Like at one point, like I said, I had a catheter because for a very very long time I was so weak that I couldn't leave my bed, right? And I just couldn't leave my bed to the point where I couldn't leave my bed ever. I had to poop in my bed. I had a catheter, so I did that. What the nurse would do is the nurse would come in, or my mom would do it, and it was so wonderful. And they would just come up and they would just bend your legs. They would just sit there for about a half an hour, and they would bend your legs, and they would give you kind of like a leg massage. And oh, it was my favorite time of the day. But they kept advising me, "Kai, don't get out of bed. Don't get out of bed. You're not strong enough to get out of bed." And of course I got out of bed, and the very first time I got out of bed, and you gotta remember, I'm not in the right frame of mind either. I'm still heavily drugged, you know. I'm almost like a zombie, and I'll tell you another story about why that's very true. It's very funny. But I got out of my bed, and I immediately stepped on my catheter bag and fell over, and it was so fucking horrible. Luckily, I was poor because, oh shoot. Oh, I can't rewind. Damn it. Luckily I was poor and I couldn't afford a private room, and, somebody in the room was able to call like the nurse, like with the emergency button. But yeah, it was bad. Another time, speaking of being a zombie, I got out of bed, and I just started wandering. And it was like 2 in the morning, so realistically, doctors weren't around. Everybody was asleep. And this was at Toronto General Hospital, so it's a really big hospital. And I'm walking around, and I ended up walking to a different hospital and then ending up on the street. So, basically in Toronto, where the hospitals are, it's a whole like district of hospitals. I don't know if that's how cities are built, but in Toronto, there's like 4 blocks on University Avenue that are just hospitals. You have Toronto General Hospital, you have the Jewish Hospital, Mount Sinai, and you have the Sick Kids Hospital, and you have Princess Margaret Hospital. And all of these hospitals are connected underneath by underground, um, by underground tubes. You know, not tubes, but underground walkways, right? So they can easily transfer patients between each hospital because, Mount Sinai is a hospital where they do a lot of surgeries, like more minor surgeries. Um, and then we're going to get rid of this. And then Toronto General is usually a place where you recover from surgeries, so if you get a surgery at Princess Margaret or if you get a surgery at Mount Sinai, you recover at Toronto General kind of thing. So I had my cancer surgery at Princess Margaret Hospital, which is the best cancer hospital in all of Canada. But then I did my recovery at Toronto General. But they're all connected. They're all very close together. So what happened was I was just wandering aimlessly. Really, I didn't have anywhere to go. I wasn't doing anything, but I ended up taking the elevator all the way to the basement and then going to the food court. And the food court is one of those places where all of the hospitals connect. All the food courts like in the basement, and all of the hospitals send you to the food court in the basement, right? So from the food court, you can leave Toronto General and go into Princess Margaret kind of thing. So I was walking aimlessly and I got to Princess Margaret and I just walked around, and eventually I walked outside of the hospital. And keep in mind, again, I'm like a zombie right now. I don't really know what's going on. I only know this because the doctors were basically looking for me from the moment I left my bed. God damn it. So they were looking for me. They tracked me down. And what happened was, I walked down onto the side of the street, and there was just a person, also walking. Oh, for God's sake! My roommate is trying to contact me. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go check on my roommate, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Guess what my roommate needed? He needed a popsicle. Of course. Oh man, I am losing big time. So, I'm gonna try this again. We might switch up the game. I'm not too sure. Um, yeah. I think for a bit I'm gonna stop talking about my cancer though. It's making me very anxious, and that's coming out in my speech patterns, and I don't want to just continuously be saying yeah. So let's talk about something else. I'm really excited for that museum that's in the warehouse. I don't even know if it's in a warehouse, but it looks extravagant. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. Oh, I have to remember things. There was two things that I shouted out during this stream. It was the YouTube channel for uh uh there was the Japanese YouTuber shout out, and there was one other shout out. I forget who it was. Oh, the other thing was my newspaper article. Yeah, the other thing was my newspaper article. Yeah, that newspaper article is really nice because there's a picture of my mom in there, and it's my mom before she got cancer, and that's really nice because I don't really have many pictures of my mom. My mom hated taking photos, but I'll post that. I think it's nice for me to be able to talk about my cancer openly because I still have things to get over, you know? Like, I've accepted that it's going to come back, but I don't want my kids to go through it, you know? It was absolutely awful. Also, I don't want Megumi to go through it either. You know? Especially during the long distance thing. Like, that would be really tough if we were still doing long distance and I was diagnosed again with my cancer. It would be very tough. Because how is she gonna visit me, you know? And I wouldn't expect her to. But, either way. Let's not think about that. Positive things. So, Megumi did find a, pretty cool, like, little apartment for us to stay in. It actually has a separate little kitchen. And that's just great, you know? That's just great. It's got a separate little kitchen. These are good things. I should send her some money too for the down payment of it. I love this game. Great game. So, guys, if you have anything at all that you want to see during my next visit, if there's a specific city that you'd like to go to, there is this place where it's like an island and it's just full of abandoned ruins, and that would be very cool to go to. I think it's in Tokuyama. I'm not too sure where it is, but if we could do that, that would be very cool. God damn it. That would be very cool. Very cool photo opportunity. What I would love to do, is I would love to do photography of Megumi. Because she's absolutely fucking beautiful. But she's like, I guess she was like my mom. She doesn't like pictures being taken of her. I guess she likes pictures being taken of her. She just doesn't like pictures being shared of her, you know? What do I need here? Okay, Haunter, there we go. We've only got a Clefairy, okay, a Machoke, we got a Gengar, Pokemon Trader. Yes, let's do trade, and let's do a trade for Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is always good to have. Actually, no, it has to be a Pokemon. Um, I'm very excited for life. Oh no, Kangaskhan is in the. Oh no, that's not good at all. Okay, Kangaskhan is in the prize pool. Okay, we'll get a Ghastly, I guess. Oops. Yeah. So, the recovery for my cancer was absolutely awful either, because my face was one thing, right? The jaw was one thing. I had to, um, I had to have a liquid diet for a long, long time because my jaw was basically broken because they had to fix all of this. And, oh no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, it was tough, but the toughest part was my shoulder. My shoulder was really tough, and to this, like, ever since my shoulder surgery, I can't play drums anymore because it just gets way too painful. And, yeah, it took about 2 years for me to get, like, full mobility back in my left arm. The way that I did it, too, was incredibly painful because the doctor said, you know, just try and lift your arm slightly, slightly. And I'm talking my arm was like locked to my side, and moving it at all was like the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. And what I did was I took a rope and I threw it above my shower, uh, above my shower pole, and I made like a pulley, and I held one side of the rope with my really bad arm, and I held this side with my good arm, and I would pull the rope, and it would slightly lift my arm up, and that's what I would do, because I couldn't physically I couldn't physically do it with this arm, so I had to have something to kind of pull it up. And I did that for about 2 hours a day for almost 2 years, and it was awful. But eventually I got to the point where I could do the rope and I could pull my arm all the way up and then get to like a completely straight line, you know? So it worked. It worked. But I still can't play drums to this day. Oh no. What did I do? I'm so confused. I'm bad at this game when I'm talking constantly. This is the game that I play at night. This is what I play like when I'm finished my stream and I just go lie in bed and relax for the rest of the evening. This is what I'm playing. Oh, I love Vigilante. Excellent. Okay, if anybody is out there watching this, I just want to express my greatest come on, Kai, you can say it. You can say it. I just want to express my greatest gratitude to you. I really, really appreciate you. You know, I used to be a very closeted person. Very like, leave me alone. Kind of, I don't want any friends. Just leave me alone. Let me do my own thing. And being able to talk with you guys and just hang out and like have an outlet to talk is really good for my health. It's a really good thing to have. Yeah, it's helped me a lot. So I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it a lot. So thanks. Okay, we're gonna load up this Clefairy. Man, I am not doing well. I got a 9-win streak, and now I can't even get like a 2-win streak. What can you do? I got ripped off on Marketplace today. Son of a bitch. Um, so I sold a haunted doll. That's what it was. So I sell this thing, and they say, can you... What? Very weird. Um, shoot, I forgot what I was saying. God damn it. That had to have been important. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited about life. Life is good. Life is good. Damn! Oh, I got another Clefairy, so that's good. Why can't... Oh, here we go. Whatever. So, I've been selling quite a bit of my photography, which is great. Not selling any on Instagram, though, which is kind of frustrating. I would like to reach more people on Instagram, but I don't know what to do. I have a friend that's got like 20,000 subs, but I don't think he would shout me out, because he's very business-orientated, so... He's a good guy, but... I don't know. He's a good guy. He's my friend. He's my friend in Osaka. So, for fuck's sake! I'm gonna have to retreat here. Oh no, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I've got ideas. I'm gonna start writing them all down. I'm gonna start writing them all down, and things are gonna be good. Yes. Here we go, and now we'll retreat. Okay. I'm excited to do more with my life, you know. I'm glad that I have a plan now. So what my plan basically is right now is, I'm on disability right now, and I really need to look at all of these things, and I can't evolve anything. I'm on disability right now. I haven't even gotten my first check yet, which is so annoying. But, my doctor has been urging me for a very, very long time, for almost 2 years, that I need to work on certain things, specifically like my PTSD and my anxiety, but more so my PTSD, because when I was in rehab, you have to go through a lot of doctor visits and stuff like that. And oh, we got Kangaskhan, that's awesome. You have to go through a lot of doctor visits and stuff, and they diagnose you with a lot of things while you're there, you know? And while I was there, I had things that were undiagnosed that I didn't really understand. What do I do? Choose a card you wish to examine. A Pidgeot. I forgot again. God damn it. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm really tired. I can't believe I forgot that. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I remember. Sorry. They diagnosed you with things. And the thing is, I hadn't, before I went to rehab to do that, I hadn't seen my doctor in years, right? Because I had moved to, you gotta be kidding me. Look at all of these evolution cards. All of them. And not one single, that's ridiculous. And I forgot again. Son of a bitch. I'm really tired, you guys. What on earth was I fucking talking about? Another evolution. Oh, finally. I can't believe it. What on earth was I just talking about? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting really tired. Oh my god, another one. Ridiculous. I can't wait to. Oh, I think I was talking about my plan, maybe? Yes, I was talking about my plan. So I'm on disability right now, and my doctor has urged me for a really long time to get the help that I need. And I hadn't, before I went to rehab, I hadn't seen my doctor in a long, long time. So I had a lot of stuff that was undiagnosed. So when I got to rehab, they noticed a lot of things about my personality, and they noticed a lot of things that spooked me and scared me. I don't want to use the word triggered because it's kind of lost all meaning, but things that really spooked me. So I would hear loud noise, right? And it would affect me a lot differently than it would affect everyone else, you know? I would like jump, I'd freak out. If somebody was in like their chair at group and they got out of their chair and the chair squeaked, I would jump up and freak out. Whenever the bell went off, I would freak out. Um, and the doctor asked me like why do you do that? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just startled really easily. And they're like, and then they told they talked to me and they said your um we think that your reactions are a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know. So I understood that a little bit more, and I understood why I was having such a hard time at work before, because I used to work in like a warehouse that had a shitload of loud banging and stuff, unexpected banging, you know. Um, it just freaks me the hell out, and I'm not even scared of gunshots or anything. You know, my there we go. My PTSD comes from being sexually assaulted and the hospital. We were recovering in the hospital. Um, yeah. Uh, so so now the doctor has said, listen, Kai, take some time, work on yourself. I'm gonna start going to therapy, which is gonna be really nice in the new year. I'm gonna start going to therapy. Um, I'm going to start talking to my eating disorder specialist again, which is really nice. I'm going for a sleep study, which is really cool. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on with my dreams and everything. That would be wonderful. um, oh, Kangaskhan's going to die. Okay, we need to load up. Oh, we have a Gengar now. We have a Gengar. This is good news. This is very good news. What's the board look like? I can lose 2 more characters. So, Pokemon Power, Curse. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, so I'm basically for the next 4 months, I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna do those kind of things. I think one thing that I really need to do as well, and this would include my dietitian or my food therapist, if you will. I need to go on a really good diet. I'm having a hard time cutting energy drinks out of my system. In the last 2 weeks, I've had them probably for 3 days of the last 2 weeks, which is much better, you know, than it was, but it's still not very good at all. So I think that the diet would help a lot. I won't be climbing Mount Fuji, unfortunately. I'm so sad. I really wanted to climb Mount Fuji, but I won't be there this summer. And not being there for the summer is a good thing, you know? I'm really not that bummed that I can't be there for the summer, simply because it is so fucking hot. It is so hot in the summer that it's almost impossible to do anything because it's so hot. I can't exaggerate. There was a heat wave that lasted for 21 days, and um, every single one of those days, 40 plus degrees, 40 Celsius plus, and during the night, like 37, 38. It was so hot that the air conditioning, I can't believe I'm losing at this. This is awful. I'm gonna give this one more try, and if I lose the next match, I think I'm gonna switch games. Nobody's watching this anyway, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I think I'm gonna switch up games in a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about PTSD and stuff. I really don't want to be known for that. I just want to be known for doing good things. I'll be right back, okay? Hey guys, so we are back. We are back. We're having a good time. I'm gonna give this one more shot. The next time I die, I think I'm gonna switch up the game. I'm enjoying just talking, getting my shit out. It's really nice. Um, yeah, I'm gonna make a a pretty big video soon. Um, it's gonna be pretty eye-opening, and I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous about it because I think that I'm probably gonna lose subscribers from it. Um, but I'll put it out there and see what happens. Everything's okay. I just have stuff to say. Oh, I'm so excited to get back to Japan. It's gonna be so amazing. I'm not too sure though whether or not me and Megumi are going to I'm not too sure if we're going to settle in Japan or if we're going to settle in Canada. I would really like to settle in Japan, but I think she would really like to settle in Canada. And to be honest with you, um, happy wife, happy life. You know, um, I'm just gonna do what. I'm not a cuck or anything, but if she wants to move to Canada, then I think that that would override my feelings of wanting to move to Japan. Because we can always move to Japan. What I would like to do, though, is I would like to, damn it. Oh, do I have a Pokemon Trader? Perfect. Um, what I would like to do is live in Japan and then retire in Canada. That's what I would like to do the most. Um, just because I've always dreamed of retiring in Muskoka. Muskoka is an area in Ontario that is, it's all like conservation land and provincial parks and stuff like that. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Um, I want to live there, but I only want to live there when I'm retired because when you live there, it's cottage country, right? So everything is super far away. Um, a lot of the time, it's so far away that you only do groceries maybe once or twice a year, you know? You have a big freezer and you have a big fridge and you have like an industrial sized freezer and stuff like that. And you fill it up and you don't need to go back to the grocery store for a long time. Um, I would like to live up there just because I like the idea of just fucking off, you know? If I'm retired, just leave me alone. I just want to be out of society and just leave me out of society and let me retire in the wilderness. I love the wilderness so much. Like, I grew up in the forest, playing in the forest, making forts. God, we made so many forts. Yeah, we made so many forts. It's ridiculous. Um, so my dream house would be like in the wilderness. I'm a country guy at heart, you know, but I have found a new love of living in the city. Not Toronto though. I live in Toronto. I don't live in Toronto. I live in like a small town around Toronto. But I just say I live in Toronto because nobody knows where I live when I say where I live. Um, I probably shouldn't say where I live either, but it's not a hard thing to figure out. And also, I'm not famous, so it really does not matter. um, oh, here we go. Yeah, so ideas, you know? Um, if you guys have any ideas, challenges, stuff, one of my things that I am doing is I'm riding a bike from Osaka to Kyoto, or Kyoto to Osaka. Megumi will head, like, on the train to Osaka, and I'm gonna bike there. That's so ridiculous, but it'll be a really fun vlog. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna do Pokemon Trader and we're gonna grab I'm gonna grab a Clefairy. I wanna buy a Clefairy, like just a physical card. I love the art, I love the Clefairy is probably my number one favorite card in the original like base set kind of thing. Was Clefairy in base set? I think she was. Okay, good. Now we finally have this. Oh man. So, um life is good. It's exciting. I want to let you guys know that if there's anybody out there who's going through a rough time or anything like that, I want to let you know that, it sounds crazy, but you do get over it. You will get over it. It's crazy to think when you're going through it, and it's such a cliche to think, oh, you'll get over it. But I'm telling you, it's true. I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so happy to be alive. If you would have told me when I was an alcoholic what I would end up as, I thought I would end up as dead. You know what I mean? So, if you would have told me, listen, if you quit alcohol today, in 2 years, you will be falling in love with a beautiful Japanese girl. You'll be living on your own, independently, and, well, I have a roommate, but I'm not living in my dad's house. I'm not living like that. So I've got my own place. Um, I'm going back to Japan for the third time in my life. I thought it would only happen once ever. Um, I'm sober. Hey Google, how many days has it been since October 5th, 2021?
October 5th, 2021 was 791 days ago.
791 days I've been sober for. Hey Google, what's the date in 9 days?
It's Thursday, December 14th, 2023.
Okay, on the 14th will be 800 days of sobriety. It's amazing. If they would have said before you hit 800 days of sobriety, you will have gone to Japan twice, and are getting a ticket for a third time. You have a Japanese girlfriend. It's not even about having a Japanese girlfriend. It's about having somebody in your life that loves you and cares about you and that you trust and has your back. You have that. You've got great viewers on YouTube. I've cultivated a really cool audience of really kind, helpful people. I've gotten to do voice acting, and my friend Aiden's here. Oh, I gotta give Aiden a shout out too. So I just want to give Aiden a big shout out. I want to give my buddy Aiden a shout out. He's a young guy who does like Roblox animations. How he found my channel, I have no idea, because I mean he's a young guy, and the subject matter of my channel is so bizarre for somebody like him to just stumble across. But he's become a great friend of the channel, and I just want to say thanks to him, because he does these animations, right? And he asked me to be part of like the voice cast of the animations, and I've been doing different voices with my family and my friends and stuff like that for years. Since I was in elementary school, I've been doing them. So I have a bucket list, and one of the things on my bucket list was to do voice acting for something, and it didn't even need to be big. It just needed to be for something. And he let me do voice acting in his thing, and that's really cool. Very small project, only seen by a handful of people, maybe 100 or 200 views on YouTube. But you know what? It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I've done it now. Another thing that I've always wanted to do, and I will do it, I just don't know when or how, but it will happen in my lifetime, is I've always wanted to wrestle at least one wrestling match. And that will happen one day.
And I will go to training. Like I'll train for like 3 months, and I'll be in. It has to be. It doesn't need to be televised, but it has to be. Um, it has to be like an actual match on an actual wrestling card with an actual crowd. I don't even care if it's a squash match where I just get beaten up the whole time and like just take the moves. I don't care at all. I've just always wanted to be able to participate in that, and I will do that. I will do that. So if you were to have told me about all of these amazing things a couple years ago, I would have never in any way believed you. Because it would have been absolutely unobtainably crazy to think about. You know, when I was planning my first Japan trip when I first got sober, I was planning it to be like 10 days. It ended up being a month. Oh, damn it! I can't use that. Either way, what I'm trying to say is like no matter how deep down you are, you can crawl yourself out of the gutter. Literally, I was passing out in the street, getting robbed and pissed on. Absolutely horrible things. But I promise, with work, it takes work, but it works. And that can go for anything. That can go for getting over a girlfriend. That can go for quite a lot of things. It sucks at the beginning. It sucks in the middle, but it gets a lot better by the end. Oh, there's no room on the bench, and I have no... Okay, I keep forgetting to use the Pokemon power, because I can easily knock this Porygon out. It won't let me knock it out itself, but I can just use Curse to... Fucking Porygons. One card that I've never understood in this game at all is the Clefairy doll. I've never understood it. I've never once understood that stupid thing. Okay, see, we can just knock it out. There. There we go. See, when this bench works, like when you get the cards that you want for this bench, this is a really powerful deck. It really depends though, because there's only 2 creature types in this. There's only the Ghastly line and the Machoke line, plus a couple of Clefairies and a Kangaskhan. Hey, just Ryland! First person all night. Heading to bed, wanted to swing by though. I had this game as a kid but never got far. Can never figure it out. Take care. Aw, Ryland, thank you, man. It's so nice to see you. Happy holidays, man. And you take care too. Thanks so much for dropping by. Oh, don't forget about the Pokemon power. Yeah, so you can see, look at the bench. We got a Machamp, Kangaskhan, Clefairy. You can get this bench loaded up with 4 Gengar and constantly move around the damage stuff. And if you have you can really make this work into quite a weird thing, because you can use Slowbro to move your own damage. What I like, the combo that I'm doing with this deck is, when Machoke is fully, here, this is what we can do. No, that won't work. When Machamp is fully, leveled up, right, every damage, anytime the opponent attacks it takes 10 damage no matter what. So, if you have Gengars on the bench, and it takes damage no matter what, all you need to do is let it get hit, and then move the damage counters wherever you want. It's easy. Good strategy. And I got 9 wins out of it, so I think it's pretty good. But tonight, we haven't even won once. What a joke. I keep forgetting to use the damn Pokemon power. Ridiculous. I'm hungry. I barely ate anything today. I ate, what, a slice of pizza? That's it? I think I'm gonna make a steak. I'm hungry. There, finally. I still should have moved the thing, though. There, finally, one win. One win. Yay. Alright, let's do this one. Next time I lose, I'm gonna get going, and I'm gonna cook myself some dinner. The only thing I ate was 2 small slices of pizza today, so I deserve some food. Okay, so this hand was not that bad to start at all. Not that bad to fight at all. And I start first. And I got Bill. Okay, this is a great first hand. Great first hand. Oh, look at that! Look! Oh, I didn't get the first one, though. Shoot. Okay. Oh, and it's paralyzed. Hell yeah. So this tiny little controller that I got is fantastic, but it's got these back bumper buttons that I have no idea how to program. I looked at the control, I looked at the instructions, but it's printed like on a newspaper sheet, and it's in like Chinese, and it's microscopically written. It's ridiculous. Okay, so this is going good, but this is actually going perfect. This is like a perfect hand situation. If I get a Gengar within the next couple things, it'll be extra perfect. You know what though, for a second evolution line only doing 10 damage, it's pitiful. Every time something attacks this Haunter though, it has to flip a coin to see if it works. Okay, good Clefairy, that's good. Fighting goes to Clefairy. Machoke. No, we don't have any of these. Okay, so we need a Machoke. But yeah, the problem is if you get all the evolution cards, there's only 8 total base cards in the whole deck. So you can really get screwed by getting the other 16 evolution cards. So you gotta be really careful. Sometimes you just get absolutely screwed, and sometimes, like this time, it works out pretty well. We're doing pretty well here. Yeah, bud. Hold on a sec. What? Sorry guys, my roommate got mad at me for leaving the lights on. Okay. Life is good. Life is fun. I'm a happy man. Oh, you know what? I am gonna do a Christmas card giveaway. I'm gonna post that. I don't think anybody will sign up for it, but if they would like, I'm gonna do a Christmas card giveaway. That's a great idea. Great idea, Kai. Yes, that is what I will do. Okay, so now we got a fully powered up Clefairy, and we got Haunter. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Oh, finally! Okay, this is... Okay, now it's perfect. See, this is absolutely what you. If unless we got a Gengar now, it would be perfect. But this hand, I think like is unbeatable with what's going on. Unless we get unless we get completely screwed by not having any energy. Oh, and it's sleeping. Hell yeah. The nightmare thing should do more damage if it's sleeping. Still do it should do like 10 when it's awake and then like 30 when it's sleeping. Oh, I got a gust of wind. That's fantastic. The gust of winds are fundamentally broken. It's such a simple concept. Just switch with any Pokemon you want, but the hell was that? Oh, hell yeah. So we'll go to here, Cubone. Oh, I guess we didn't need to do that. Shoot, I can't rewind. Oh, I didn't want to do it to Onyx. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to be streaming Snowboard Kids soon for my buddy Kev. And I'm going to be streaming, what's the other one? Denshide Go 64. Denshide Go 64. It's gonna be so much fun. I've got the train controller and everything. Oh, oh, I already attacked. Shit. Okay, Cubone. Denshide Go. Is there a way that I can play that and have the controller visible? Maybe if I turn the camera. I'm gonna have to figure out a way. I need a better camera because when I hook my DSLR camera, like my really good camera up, it like glitches out my entire computer and I have like no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I guess you know what I could do? You know what I could do? I could bring it to Best Buy and they have Geek Squad. And I'm sure that they could help me set it up. Yes, Kai, this is a good idea. Write it on your board. Write it on your board. Bring the computer into Geek Squad. Oh, by the way, guys, I have the strangest way that I draw a G. I don't know if you guys draw a G like this, but what I do is I just do like a big thing like that, like a bracket, and then another bracket. Oh, you can't see it. My G is literally just a bracket, and it's just two brackets, like that. People get confused by my G when they see it. But then I'm like, just look at it for a second, and then they're like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, we're gonna use the Pokemon power first. And hopefully they have something weak. Perfect. We'll do the Cubone. There we go. Yeah, so what's great is they'll put out the tanks, right? And then they'll have really weak Pokemon on the bench. So you just fuck around with them. It just did a Cubone heal, so that's not good. Psychic energy. Okay, Pokemon power. Can't forget about the Pokemon power. Oh! There is nothing. Shoot! I have so many things to do this week. Tomorrow, I have to set up either my Patreon or my Etsy. Do I have a coin here? Okay. Guys, you're seeing it here live. If I get a moose, I will... If I get a moose, I will do the Patreon tomorrow. And if I get the queen, I will do Etsy tomorrow. Moose or queen? Queen. Okay, that's Etsy. Oh yeah, our coins have the queen and a moose on it. If anyone's confused. Oh no, why isn't my attack doing anything to this? Why didn't it receive damage? Oh, it probably did harden. That's what it's doing. Is that what it's doing? I think it is. Yeah, that is what it's doing. Damn it! Harden's a pretty good alternative, I guess. But I'm not doing any damage to this stupid thing. I'm just doing 1 damage per turn to this Cubone. Poor Cubone. Oh, another Machop. The best outcome possibly would be 2 Machamps and 4 Gengar on my bench. That would be the, do I have any more Haunters on here? No, I don't. Oh no, now that thing's a Rhydon, this is gonna take fucking forever. I have to get rid of this Onix somehow. It's just gonna keep doing Harden over and over and over again. What can I do with... Okay, Pokemon Trader. I'll trade one of these Machokes. What can I do... What can I do to combat that? No damage. Ghastly, no, that's not gonna work. None of this is gonna work. Damn it, nothing here is gonna work. I need like a gust of wind or something. Man, that sucks. Like, this will take like 10 turns to do. Hopefully he'll put something on the bench. If he puts like a Cubone on the bench, that would be fantastic. Fuck off with your Harden. They did an amazing job converting the Pokemon trading card game into a Game Boy game. You know, it's the cards look great. The pixel art is great on the cards. You know, because the cards actually look, they're taking inspiration from the real cards, right? They look good. And they looked good on the Game Boy. Like when you were actually playing the Game Boy, they look good. This is a really fun game to have. I don't think I ever owned this game though. I think this was a game that... I must have owned this game, though. Yeah, I definitely owned this game, because I remember it came with a card. It came with, I think it came with a Mew card, or maybe that was the Pokemon movie. But it came with a card. No, it came with a Pikachu. It came with something. Yes, I had this. 100%. I had a Game Boy when I was young. I remember getting Turok 2 for the Game Boy. And as an adult, I played the Turok game, the Turok games on the Game Boy. And once you know what you're doing in those Game Boy games, they're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty good. They're not great, but they're not that bad, and they're ambitious. Damn it, another Onix. But I didn't really play the Game Boy that much. When I did play the Game Boy, I was really only playing Pokemon or Oracle of Seasons. Loved Oracle of Seasons. But my big thing was like the Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Color, but when the Game Boy Advance came out, oh shit. I remember I was at a baseball tournament the day that it came out. And my parents, it was like a full day tournament. Our baseball team had made it like pretty far, and we were playing like 6 games in one day. It was only like 5 innings or 7 innings, or I don't remember. I was however old when the Game Boy Advance came out. I think I was like 10 or 11. Either way, I had to. My parents went out. One of my parents, they came to the baseball tournament, and one of my parents left the baseball tournament to go get me the Game Boy Advance that just came out, and they had it there, and I knew they had it, but they only let me have it at the end of the tournament, and it was so frustrating because I'm sitting there in the outfield the entire time just thinking about playing Game Boy, not thinking about the game whatsoever. Just thinking about Mario, thinking about, and it's so funny because I was so excited because I would read Nintendo Power, right? And I was so excited um, for the Mario game, but the Mario game was just Mario 2. You know, it was just Super Mario 2, a game that I played about a million times. But even back then, playing one of those kind of games portably was so cool. I can't do anything with these hands. This isn't good. Not good at all. Megumi's going on like some company trip, and I thought like, oh, you're going on like a trip with the company, so like maybe I don't know, you're going to like a rail can or somewhere, and she's like, no, I think we're going to Germany, and I'm like, really? That's like just with like the company's paying for it and everything. She's like, yeah. Don't companies in Canada do that? I'm like, well, I guess really high-end companies do that. Okay. Um, Look at this. We haven't been hit by anything this entire match. We haven't suffered one damage. There we go. 2 wins. 2 wins. All right, I got a pip. I'll be right back.
Alright, guys. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Life's good. Life's fun. Yeah, I'm a tired guy. I'm a tired guy. Let's keep playing for a little bit. What time is it now? It's almost 3. It's almost 3 in the morning. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. So, I think we'll do 1 or 2 more duels, and then after that we'll call it a night. Oh, this is a fantastic. If you can get Kangaskhan on the first hand, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. He's gonna be a card engine, you know, that's the only reason that he really exists. His four attack can do some good damage. It can do up to 80 damage, but the odds of getting 4 flips in a row is very low. Very low. I bet you it's like 1 in 100. You know, very, very tiny. Hey Google, what are the odds of getting 4 coin flips in a row correct?
On the website personal.lsd.app.uk, they say, it turns out that you can quickly determine the answer from the following facts.
Just hurry the hell up and tell me.
Similar chance of getting 4 tails in a row, somewhere in a sequence of 50 coin tosses.
Didn't tell me anything. Yeah, the odds are low. Oh, we got a Gengar, but we don't have any of the Ghastly line at all. That's terrible. You guys remember the game Glover? I've always thought that, Master Hand was Glover. Oh, I should have put the Fighting Energy. Shoot. I'm only gonna have 1 more card pickup from this. That's a Haunter. I've got the Haunter and I've got the Gengar. I just need the Ghastly. I love card games. It would be really nice if Megumi played a card game. We could play together. That'd be so much fun. Because the nice thing about card games is, even if you don't know the language, you can still play them because you understand what the card is. I can't believe I don't have any of the evolutions yet. Does Machamp have does Machop have a tail? What the hell is going on? I never realized he had a tail. It's weird. That's so strange. I never noticed that. Maybe it's a belt? I don't know. This is not good. It started off good, but now it's not good at all. We're getting... See, this is what I was talking about the, it's hard to get the base ones, because there's only 8 of them, right? There's 4 Machops and there's 4 Ghastlies, and you need those to do all of the rest of them. Oh, good, it fell asleep, thank God. But sleep is terrible, because look how many coin flips it goes through. Like, you put it there, now it's awake. Yeah, so to get it to sleep, and then sleep again, and then sleep again, it's next to impossible. Oh, we're gonna have to give up all of these. That's okay, though, because we're definitely gonna pick up, we'll definitely pick up, Evolution Line. 100%. We got to. We got to. Yeah, here we are. Machamp. Perfect. Hopefully... Nope. Darn it! $40 damage due to weakness?
Oh no, we're only gonna get a streak of 2? That's not impressive. Okay, hopefully this Macho can take down the last ones that we need to take down, please. It's got a defense up now. Come on, Ghastly, shoot. Oh, shoot. Um... Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Okay. Do I not have a fighting energy? Shit. Shit. How many do I have to give up? 3? Damn, this is gonna be tough. Alright, that's all I can do. How many more do we have to get out? Oh, we've only gotten frickin'... We haven't gotten that many, that's not good. There we go. Right into him with Champ. And now what's nice is every time this thing does damage, it's going to damage itself. I won't be able to attack for two attacks though, so... And I think this is my last Pokemon. 40 damage! Good lord. So the next attack from that will definitely kill me. Is there anything I can do? What's my bench look like? Oh no, this is awful. This is awful. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Oh no. Alright, here it goes. I could only muster up 2 frickin' win streak. A 2 win streak is ridiculously terrible. Okay, maybe this will give us a chance. It's got transparency, so it has to attack. If heads, do not receive. Okay, good. Yeah, so that's good to stall a little bit, but it's still not great. I can evolve into Gengar, but then I can't use my attack. Oh, I can't use my attack anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna stay as Haunter. Hell yeah. 2 in a row. The next one will definitely be... It'll hit me though, definitely. Okay. Now I can finally attack it. That's good. It didn't receive damage due to resistance. See, this is what I was talking about. If I were to have made a completely... it's almost like you have to make a deck that has a little bit of everything in it for these things, because you never know. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Man, I'm looking forward to getting back to Japan. Okay. Okay. Pokemon Trader, yes. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna trade... Wait, hold on. We need Ghastly. That's what we need. Pokemon Trader. There we go. Okay. The double colorless will go to... oh no, Haunter did get hit. Shit. That's not good. You know what I can do though? I can retreat, put my champ in, and I can do a seismic toss. That'll get him. But then, what's its next thing gonna be? Is it gonna kill me on this turn? Is it gonna do 40 damage? Oh! Oh! Look at this, guys. I think I made a comeback. I think I made a comeback. I think I made a comeback. Hell yes! Excellent comeback. Excellent comeback. Oh, now we're fighting the psychic dork. This guy's such a dork. Look at him. He's holding a spoon. Oh, we got a Pokemon breeder in the first hand too. That's amazing. If we got a Machoke and a Machamp and a Pokemon... oh, it's got a Clefairy to start. Of course it does. And then it's just going to spam the fucking... okay, I see what's going on here. Oh, I have a Gust of Wind. Good. Oh, I have 2 Gust of Wind. Oh, this is going to be good. And I do have a Machamp. Hell yeah. Oh, 40 due to weakness? Okay, good. This is good. This is good stuff. Psychic. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Mr. Mime is kind of a pain, but if you're facing like the Final Four, you know that they're going to be doing, a lot of damage. So, if you throw one in your deck, you can really stall out those more powerful decks because they're going to be doing high damage outputs, more than 30 at most of the time. So if you got a Mr. Mime in there, no problem. Light screen it, no problem. Or Mirror Shield, whatever it's called. It's good stuff. I have so much Psychic Energy, but nothing to use. I'm gonna use a Gust of Wind now, and bring back Chansey. Chansey's fucking annoying, and once she gets the 2 energies that she needs, she'll continuously harden, and that will be incredibly annoying. We're not gonna evolve yet because we don't have enough energy. What am I watching on YouTube? What is this crap? 100 damage due to weakness. Perfect. Decision. Lose. For fuck's sake. Alright, guys. that's gonna be it for me tonight. I've been streaming for another 3 hours tonight. I've had a lot of fun. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. So I appreciate it. Other than that, I'm gonna go make steak. I'm really hungry. It's 3 in the morning. I gotta eat something good. I'll talk to you guys soon. Wherever you are in the whole wide world. Bye.